Good evening, guys, and happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces, guys. Oh my goodness, I am so sore, overwhelmed, tired. I need to get to bed. It's actually early compared to pretty much every other night that I've been going to bed. But yeah, like I said, I'm super tired right now. I was almost asleep at about like 2:30 maybe or something like that. And that was, or 2 o'clock maybe was around the time I was like going to bed. And Bravo's in my room and he's shaking like a leaf. Sometimes if there is a bug in my room for some reason, or just a bug in general in the house, a flying bug, I don't know why, Bravo and Charlie both normally Charlie get really freaked out. Bliss likes to chase them, and so I don't know if that has taught Charlie to be scared of them or like what, but he'll like go after it, and then if it's just flying around and making noise like in my room when my door's closed and it can't get out, like there's a fly or again some type of, like, sometimes there'll be ladybugs, you know, that kind of thing, and if it's flying around in my room and he can't catch it, he just sits on my bed and shakes. I don't know if it's anticipation of wanting to chase it and he gets super excited about it, or if he's actually scared of it. But so Bravo, I found one that was in my room like earlier, and I kept hearing something that sounded like it was hitting the window, and then I thought it was a dripping noise, like rain or something like that. And I was like, what on earth is that? So I like opened my window, and this like little tiny bug was apparently like stuck in between my curtains and the window pane. And I think it kept hitting the window pane. And so I ended up letting it out, and it flew on the like outside then of my curtains, and I was able to just get a thing and smash it. And so and it stopped. But I was wondering, oh, is that why Bravo's freaking out? And so he was laying on my bed though, shaking, and I was like, he has to realize like the bug is gone. Like it's hours later. And so like I said, he was like shaking, freaking out. Then all of a sudden he jumps up off of my bed, looks at me, and takes a large number 2 right on my carpet, and apparently had a very upset stomach because the consistency was not that of normal dog dung. And so I currently have no carpet on my floor anymore, my rug that I had in my room, because it's covered in yucky stuff that someone ended up leaving all over there. So I think that because I had just let them out right before I took a shower, because he was acting a little weird too, and I was like, oh, did Jack not take them out like before he went to bed? I was like, I wonder if he forgot to. So I just took the 2 of them out, and he went outside and did a number 2 in the yard. So I was like, okay, like, you know, obviously it's not that he has to go to the bathroom and he's freaking out and trying to, you know, like get outside and you know, or wants to be let out or whatever. And so, but like he wasn't like making really any indication that he wanted to go outside. It was just that he was just sitting at the foot of my bed shaking, and I was like, what's wrong? And so I think he was just really freaked out because he knew what was coming, and he just couldn't hold it. And so like I said, he just got off my bed and just everywhere on the carpet. So like I said, I think I had it for 2 years now. It's no longer. Like I said, it has to be gotten rid of. And so then I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna leave him in my room overnight. I'm gonna leave him in the hallway, where if he winds up having another accident, at least it's on the hardwood floor, or it's on the tile and not on my you know, hardwood floor. Because like, what do you do at that point if your dog is having like accidents and has an upset stomach and can't control himself? So like I said, that's what I ended up doing. I left him in there, and I wake up to hearing my mom and Jack being like, oh my gosh, this is so gross, oh my gosh, it's all over everything. And they, like I said, were right outside my door and were waking me up. But I had to, like, it was a huge fiasco of this thing that smelled gross on my carpet. I had to try and move all of my furniture because it was like underneath, you know, stuff was on top of it, so I had to move it all. It smelled horrible. I had to roll up this carpet and lug it outside at almost 3 in the morning because I was almost asleep. And then all of a sudden he jumps off my bed, stares at me, and I was like, really, did you just do that? And so yeah, like he couldn't even, like, if he is sick. One of the dogs are sick. Normally they will try to make a beeline for the door. He couldn't even get there. Like, it just was, he had no control. So I felt really bad for him. But like I said, this was like at 3 in the morning. So I was like, now I'm 3 in the morning in my pajamas trying to roll up a carpet. I was like, I don't know if this looks really sketchy too, that I'm trying to get a carpet out too. And I couldn't take it outside either. So it's still on our back porch right now because last night was garbage night, so our garbage cans were out on the street, and I was like, that's gonna look even worse that I'm taking a rolled up carpet out to the streets on garbage nights, like at 3 a.m. Like, that looks sketchy, okay? So I was like, I can't do this. So, yeah, I had to leave it on the back porch. But it was still a huge pain trying to make sure that nothing is coming out of the carpet either all over the rest of the house. Like, to get it outside, out at least, you know, so like I said, it wasn't going to wind up getting all over everything else. So this was, like I said, a huge pain. This ended up taking me a while. Finally went to bed 8 o'clock before Jack left for school, or 7 something probably. I'm awakened to hearing, you know, like I said, I'm cleaning up more of a mess. Then for breakfast, once I finally got up, I gave him rice, and he has been fine ever since. My mom gave him a couple of apples, and I gave him some rice, and he is not. We've been gone out at the football game, and he's been locked up in the hallway the whole time, and he hasn't had another problem, which is really awesome. So, like I said, I think that he's finally good and won't wind up having any other problems. I don't know what he did, if he ate something he wasn't supposed to, like got into something, like, or just, like I said, had a really upset stomach, whatever it was. You know, and again, just he apparently, it's weird too though, he is the one dog that has probably the worst like stomach problems out of all of the dogs. Like, he throws up the most, ends up making the worst outside business in the backyard, and like I said, he has the most like worst stomach problems. He's very selective in when he wants to eat, and sometimes it coincides, it seems like, with like his stomach being upset, and so I wonder if he does have some type of stomach problems. But like, this is not a normal thing. Like I said, it just in general, like over having him as many years, like I said, I think we've had him 3, maybe 4 years. Bravo, how old are you? He's the only one in here right now. I think it's been 4 years. Yeah, almost maybe going on 5, but I think it'll be 5 years this spring. I think that is right. Anyways, like, he just seems like he has the most problems. Again, like, more, he's had more than Charlie, or that, like, you know, like, they shouldn't have any, but like, I've just noticed, like, normally if like a dog gets sick, sometimes it's Charlie. 2 out of 3 times it's probably Bravo versus Charlie. So anyways, yeah. But football game, we ended up going, we watched the Frost-Off game. That is why I'm so sore, because I'm not adjusted well to sitting on the bleachers yet for the season. And we went to the Frost-Off game, which was actually a running clock, so it wasn't that long. And it was so tough to watch, because some of those kids are still kids that I ended up coaching in youth football. And so, you know, and Matthew and my dad coach at that level. So we were watching the, you know, we went to go see that game before, you know, the varsity game. And they ended up actually they had the game tied 0-0 the entire game up until the last 20 seconds of the game. They ended up losing by a touchdown, which stunk. It was such a close game. It was such a good game, but like I said, it just really stunk that they ended up losing. Then the varsity, which Jack got a start in at the linebacker, he ended up actually the first game, so our stadium just got redone. They redid the turf, they redid like the track, they redid the booth, but not the like stadium entirely, but they redid like a ton of stuff. And so it was funny, one of the other kids that I coached in youth football as well, he ended up actually getting on the kickoff return, he ran it back for a touchdown in the first like opening play of the game and everything like that. And it was really cool. But it was funny because the announcer even goes, before the paint's even dry on the field, we already have, you know, 6 points on the board by the home team. And so that was really cool. But after that, it very quickly went downhill. The offense never ended up scoring at all. well. It seemed like almost every other play they ended up getting a touchdown on defense. It was just really tough. And then like my dad even too, who again is normally like on the sidelines for varsity, was trying to like help with some stuff too, and it was like they fix like one thing and then they wind up having other problems at other parts, you know. So it was kind of tough. But Jack overall, he got his name called by the announcer, was in on a couple tackles early on. It was a pretty tough game to watch. Like I said, the score was pretty bad, but you know, like I said, there were some positives to take away again, and like getting to see Jack starting as a junior in his varsity, you know, football and everything like that, and you know, just putting the work in and stuff like that is really cool. So anyways though guys, yeah, I'm gonna take a shower and get to bed because like I said, I've like got a headache right now. My voice is gone because I was cheering, especially like that first drive of the game was I was so loud, like screaming. It was crazy. I'm hoping that the season can, you know, get a little bit more positive than how it went. But anyways, I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. Happy that we got to see our, you know, first football game. See you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.